This is a meditation for the chaotic times we all find ourselves living in. And the purpose of this short session is to make your usual unconscious stream of thoughts, emotions, and sensations conscious. So we're going to go from unconscious, which means we're not really aware of them happening, to conscious, which makes us aware. And once we're aware, things get easier. Now I'm sure that you know that the way that we feel and act is often hijacked by thoughts and feelings that happen so quickly we're not even aware of them. All of a sudden, you're upset, anxious, angry, in a situation that needs your attention and care. Now the first step to making these unconscious things conscious is to notice what's happening and even name it. So why don't you do yourself a favor now and make yourself comfortable, either sitting down, lying down, or even standing up. Just try to feel comfortable and start by closing your eyes. Just let your attention gently scan your body for any physical sensations, like cold or heat, or tightness, or relaxation. Then, just start to notice any thoughts or emotions that may be passing through. And whenever you notice a thought or an emotion, you've already begun this important practice because you noticed. And once you do notice, you can name what you noticed with one word: thinking, or feeling, or sensation. It's really important to notice any judgment or criticism of your efforts, because we're our own worst critic. So as you notice any judgment or criticism of your efforts, just add one of the labels: thinking, feeling, or sensations, and then just congratulate yourself for noticing it, and then just watch for whatever comes next. This seemingly simple step of naming and noticing creates just a bit of space between you and your experiences. You notice that thoughts and emotions begin, and if you just let them be, they end. And you create a place where you can choose to follow them or not. So now, feeling relaxed, taking a couple more long, slow, deep breaths, you're ready for the next part, which is to do your best to notice and name all the thoughts as just thoughts, and all emotions as just emotions. A thought about forgetting to pick up dinner on the way home, and a thought about your loss of income during the pandemic are just noticed and named, because they're both just thoughts that come from somewhere and then disappear. Or If you remember the irritation at your partner not letting you know they'd be home late, that's treated just the same as feeling lonely because you can't see your family. They're both just emotions that come from somewhere and then disappear. So what good does this practice do? Well, it'll help you notice the acts of thinking and feeling themselves instead of the content of individual thoughts and feelings. Thoughts and feelings of all sizes and shapes, from mild to overwhelming, come and go. You could try it. You might find it a relief to see that the hundreds of thousands of thoughts you have each day are just one thing: thinking. And your thinking isn't you. Your thinking isn't you. So now the last step in this practice is noticing the one who notices. This step is hidden in the first two, because when you notice and name and do your best to treat all your thoughts and emotions the same, you begin to sense a part of you that is not in the thought. It's aware of your experiences, able to witness them, but it's not caught in them. There is a place of clear, compassionate witnessing. Clear, compassionate witnessing of everything that's happening. Now, if you're like me, you're someone who is sometimes overcome by troubling thoughts and emotions. And this practice, for me, is a relief. I can tell you that with a bit of practice, this witnessing awareness becomes more familiar and has a kind of draw to it. It's seductive. There's a calm and peace to this place that is aware of your thoughts and feelings, but isn't part of them. So, in conclusion, the two wings of this practice can help you in these challenging times. The first part shows you how to have a lighter touch on your thoughts and feelings, to let them move rather than holding on too tight. And the second wing brings you into connection with a quiet, always present space of calm that's inside you that can be your oasis in hard times. And like everything else, the more you practice this, the more accessible that space becomes. So now, in conclusion, I want you to reflect. Did you notice a particular thought or feeling that was hard to label and move on from? Another question. Were you able to sense the witnessing space inside you that noticed and named what was happening? Naming, noticing, and noticing the one who notices. Thank you so much for spending these few minutes with me. This is a very powerful way to go, and it's at the heart of the meditation that I teach. Thanks again. I'm Chuck Sheff.